We had a question from David who asked, how can I save money on my website costs? Which is I suppose it depends on where your website costs are coming from. My view would be giving a clear brief on what you want is going to really help you to save money, because when you are clear on what you want, then the person that you're asking, whether it's a web designer, a web developer, so the designer is responsible for how your site looks, the developer is responsible for building it. They're often the same person, but not always. You can go to a designer who then goes to a builder, and your copywriter. If you can tell them exactly what you want to achieve and give them a tight brief so they understand where you're at and where you want to get to, then they can give you a much more accurate quote for the work, because they know what's going to be involved. Where you might find that the quote potentially is higher than it needs to be is if you're vague about what you want. Because if you're vague about what you want, then your supplier, whether it's the copywriter or the web developer, has to build in a certain amount of uncertainty as to what you might want. So from a copywriting point of view, for instance, I'm looking as a copywriter to come in at you can tell me what the product or service is and who you're selling it to and what you need this page to do. Then my job is to learn enough about the product and service and the person that you're trying to sell it to be able to write convincingly to the person you're trying to sell it to. But I can also help you if you're like, well, I'm not really sure who the target audience is and I'm not really sure what makes this special to that target audience. Of course, we can help with that, but that is additional service. So if we suspect in the pitching process that you don't have the answer to that question, then we're going to be budgeting for the time it's going to take us to work with you to find the answer to that question. So a tight brief is an excellent way to help you save money on your copywriting.